Very nice, yeah. Very nice.
So
they're growing good now.
Yes, everyone's has grown into their role. That assignment y'all has got it. You are giving up great expectations, songs, blowing the shofar as the champion of Yahweh Yeshua's temple.
And I like to keep on going. I like to keep going forward, not backward.
That's right. And then I also like, I like how you stand on, Raw. You stand on, hey, they might have got me some years ago, but nah.
They can't get rid of
I know from Genesis to Revelation, you know, you're about standing on the word and moving forward.
And don't let the word keep going, twist the word around.
That's right. Shalom, Shabbat, shalom.
Shabbat, shalom.
Welcome to Yahweh and Yahshua Speak television show. We are continuing on the lesson that y'all put in my page, my mind, entitled Yahweh is talking to his creation and his children. Listen up. Okay. His creation are the ones he created. That's his creation. His children are the ones that's in obedience to what our Yahweh has to say from Genesis to Revelation, coming out of any comfort zone and any twinkling of the eye as the resurrection of it. That's how we feel. And you come out of that comfort zone to be taken away from you as a twinkling of the eye.
Yes, sir.
So you have to be just suddenly when y'all say move, we move. Praise be to the mighty God. Here at Yahweh Yeshua's temple and many other temples around the area. Praise be to the mighty God. So Yah wants me to talk to the creation and the ones that's awakened to be his children. He wants to just put it on my mind. The Ruach HaKodesh say let's go to Psalms 134. Psalms 134. And he wants you to know that he say when we pray toward that place, it's not turning toward the east. It's turning facing toward that holy place. Because you could be in a geographic area where you're not facing the east. And it is real. His day doesn't start from sunset to sundown. It's from evening to evening. He wants the creation to know, and he wanted the ones that is waking up supposed to be his children. It's time to get it right.
It is.
Y'all had me to say I say what y'all mean, and Yah through me means what he says. Praise the mighty Yah. Let's go to Psalms 134. Psalms 134. Psalms 134. What would it be? Verses, I believe, 1 to 3. Praise the mighty Yah. This is what Yah wants. His band, his awakening children to do. This is what he starts his day and evening. He done brought you through a week. It's an honor to come here and shout in the Layil Park where it starts at. He done brought us through to be refreshed. He created everything for us in 6 Yowm, and he gave us rest to holler and shock of him. Everything is prepared for us. All we got to do is walk it out. Praise the mighty God. Psalms 134 verses 1 to 3, and it reads.
Psalms 134 verse 1. Behold, bless ye Yahweh, all ye servants of Yahweh, which by night stand in the house of Yahweh.
Whoa, y'all hear this? Check this out. Behold, Barak ye Yahweh, all you elders of Yahweh, which by Layil stand in the high by of Yahweh. You got some brothers that's been awakened to the truth saying his day don't start at night. Hey, let me tell you straight up. You of your daddy, the devil. That's just it. He was a liar from man and nothing but lie. He got you still deceived, still got that slight veil over your eyes and ears where you can't see your head. It is written what you don't believe. Praise be to the mighty Yah. Continue.
Verse 2. Lift up your hands in the sanctuary and bless Yahweh.
Hallelujah. Check it out. Lift up your hands in the sanctuary and Barak Yah. There are some people talking about you can't lift up your hands, Yah. That's what this is what my daddy wrote for me and had written through all that. And some of you all talking about the book was written by a man. Ain't a man on this earth this smart. The smartest man that ever lived was our big brother Malak Shalom. And how I know it's true? Because this was written thousands and thousands of years ago. And you can see what's happening now. He said, dear Sapphire, watchmen, watch. Signs of the time. Continue.
Verse 3. Yahweh that made heaven and earth, bless thee out of Zion.
Thank you, Lord.
Hallelujah. And for those of y'all who talking about, you know, the Big Bang Theory, bam, there it is. You know, it's written. You know, only a fool believe that. Because you come up with, you know, many lies of this and that. Hey, and y'all don't work on happen chance. Everything is done decently in order without Yahweh.
Yes.
Praise the mighty God. He has a standard that's come up. His band has come up. We said it's a standard he won. He as it is written, he's in Shemayim with a crown on his head. It's your hair like wool. He's sporting a beard. And Yahshua, when he came, he had tits head. Just how you know that you are his particular am. Represent you, Israel. That's a way. How else they gonna know if you don't represent? You're afraid to say his name, Yahweh Yahshua. I'm looking into that name of blasphemy of Jesus, because if that's blasphemy, wow, woe to the world, you know. Ruach let me get into it and see it reveal it. Woe to the world. If that is, because you calling on that old devil, and you calling on a white man. You know, you see it, the devil ain't hiding nothing, y'all need it. Go do the research. You see where the portraits came from. Praise be to Abba Yahweh for his revelation, knowledge, truth, for this present time. His present truth was always present. Man just disobedient. Man just refused to obey. And sad on Yowm 1, the Sunday, most of them people, you know, so-called black African American, you ain't. You Israel, you're just asleep. You still refuse truth. Let it be set to you. Y'all have mercy on who he wants, but he said lake of fire has broadened itself. Because people just out here look around, they're just doing their thing. Y'all ain't gonna have a way you out here kicking it in the world, think you gonna sit at this table. It is written. That's y'all in the pagan church. Who y'all that is? The devil. Truth be told. Yah's truth. Praise the mighty Yah. Let's go to 1 John. 1 John. Let's go to 1 John. 1 John chapter 3. 1 John chapter 3. 1 John chapter 3, verse 7, and he reads.
1 John chapter 3, verse 7. Little children, let no man deceive you. He that doeth righteousness is righteous, even as he is righteous.
Praise the mighty God. Check it out. Little man, let no outdown deceive you. He that does Sadiq is to that, even as he is to that. He's talking about Yahshua. And him and Abba are one. So he's talking about his man. That's how we supposed to be. If we give his children, this is how we supposed to walk. He said, be you Kadesh, holy, for I am Kadesh. I am holy. He said, be you perfect, for I am perfect. And the only way to be perfection comes is maturity of the mind of these barns. That's your perfection. Because the Ruach is perfect. You live in the Ruach, you're perfect. Now, if those who want to say no one can be perfect, that's that stinking Roman Christian doctrine. That's the devil. That he say, don't be deceived. He said he had the devil has at one time deceived the whole world, but not us no more. He did deceive the whole world. He had it thinking that, but not us no more. He once fooled deceived the whole world. We are not deceived anymore, because we listen to our Abba Yahweh from Genesis to Revelation. For thus says Yahweh, and we do let the Bible speak. Hallelujah, Yahweh.
Thank you, Father.
Go to say in 1 John chapter 3, skip down to verse 10 and it reads.
1 John chapter 3, verse 10. In this the children of Elohim are manifest, and the children of
the devil.
And
the children of the devil. Whosoever doeth not righteousness is not of Elohim, neither he that loveth not his brother.
Check this out. This is for the creation.
Yeah.
You know, but if you're a child, This is what it is. He just broke it down, plain and simple. So you go into Sunday church, he tells you who you serve.
Yeah.
In this, the high band of element are manifest, and the high band of the devil. Whosoever does not Sadakah is not of Elohim, neither he that have not his ark. So if you think Yahshua came took it higher, if you think on a woman, or you think that the Shanae your ark, you in Hata'ah. You must repent and ask y'all forgiveness. Repentance is just confessing. Oh, forgive me, Daddy. You know I was wrong. Just forgive me. That's all he asks. And that old Roman Christian, once saved, always say, no, you can't. You can fall from it. You got to check that flesh, but you can stay your best.
That's right.
Hallelujah.
Every second, every minute, every hour. Soon as that temptation, that thought, that TIS, thought, intentions, and suggestions come, you got to delete it quick.
Yes, you do.
Praise be to the mighty God.
Hallelujah. Yes. Teach.
That was one verse, right? Let's skip down to verse 18 and read.
1 John chapter 3, verse 18. My little children, let us not love in word, neither in tongue, but in deed and in truth.
Hallelujah. Darling, you can talk all you want, but you got to hear it and be a doer.
Yes.
Because you do nothing, you get nothing. And especially in his word, you do nothing, you get nothing but the lake of fire. That's what you're going to get in the end. Truth be told, that's what it's about saving souls. It ain't about us. We just a messenger and honor to be chosen to bring forth his presence, the bombs in his present time. It was always present. But man, for the disobedience of Yisrael, the world is turned upside down 3 times over. Getting worse and worse as it is written. It's okay, us Kadashim, it's all good because we know we getting closer and closer to the day of Yahshua coming back, baby. We know he had let us know the expected end of ourselves and others. Because you know your walk, you know if you're walking right, you're hand in hand with your big brother and your daddy. They on both sides. Yaman and Samu hand. You in the middle. They walking down like he like his thing to the physical to the spiritual. Like when your mom and daddy had you was in the middle, walking hand in hand with him. Praise the mighty God. He likes the spirit, physical to spirit. Like we was born as a physical child, and now we have been born again to become an eternal child. Hallelujah, Yahweh.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah, Yahweh.
Hallelujah.
Praise him.
Let me see if that's edit 5. That's what I want. Yeah, go to chapter 5 and verse 21 and read.
1 John?
Yes, 1 John chapter 5, verse 21.
1 John chapter 5, verse 21. Little children, keep yourselves from idols. Amen.
Praise the mighty God. He letting you know. He letting you know how to stay zakah.
Yeah.
He's a house, warning. He said, little man, shema yourself from idols. Amen. The idols are going to be your clothes, your hair, all this stuff. Cars, money, it was an idol. You put anything you put before Yah, it's an idol. Tell you. You have left your first love. That's what's wrong with the world. They have left their first Yah, which is Abba Yahweh. You got to have that zeal, that fire for them. You got to put it where that blood is burning like fire. To be there with Yahweh, you got to have that boiling ruach. That's the only way. You got to stay on fire. That's it. Stay on fire. It will take you higher and higher.
Hallelujah.
All praises be to our Abba Yahweh.
Yes. Hallelujah.
Let's go to Revelations chapter 2. Revelations chapter 2. Revelation chapter 2, verse 23. You read.
Revelations chapter 2, verse 23. And I will kill her children with death, and all the churches shall know that I am he which searcheth the reins and hearts, and I will give unto every one of you according to your works.
Praise the mighty God. This system. You're going to be in, you're going to kill you. And he searches the ring. He warned you. He's hiring you. Better come get with him. That's what he let you know. If you his child, or you're going to spare the devil's child in the lake of fire. Tormented forever and ever. You can't stand a heat of 100 degrees. This is forever. Suffering all that going up your nose. Like sometime riding in the work van. Some of them drivers had that heat up. I be like, oh Yahweh, this little heat here. Oh Yahweh, like you say, wish that none should perish. But it is written, it's gonna happen unless you repent before you move and come back to him. You can avoid him. The first there is pronounced on us. From the Hatar, Kabra, and Adam. But the second one you can avoid. Just open up this book. This Musa book, like Raw Makai say. You read that instructional book for anything. You had a car, you put something together. Here it is. This is the instructional book for your eternal kind. You don't want to open it. But you open up that now. You'll look at it at those shows on TV, that black show, whatever it is, come on every Wednesday. You can tell it like you wrote it. Praise the mighty God.
Oh, wow.
Come on, that's all the devil's plot. To get you stuck on some music, entertainment, and you're going to entertain your mind to the lake of fire. That's his way to distract you. Now, and knowledge has increased. This technology is out there. You can now, they talking about what's in your wallet, don't leave home without it. Now, what's in your hand, that phone, you can't leave home without it.
That's true.
Devil right there with you. You turn in. Yeah, forget that. The script pop up. Ooh, that the term for
Praise
that.
Yahweh. Yes.
Holla Yahweh.
Yes. Hallelujah.
Let's go to Jeremiah chapter 2. Jeremiah chapter 2. God said, listen up.
Yeah.
Creation and his band. It's time to get it right. Before he turns off the light. Jeremiah chapter 2, verse 9. Can you read?
Jeremiah chapter 2, verse 9. Wherefore I will yet plead with you, saith Yahweh, and with your children's children will I plead.
Thank you.
Still plead. We heard and answered that call, okay? Sure not. And we
Thank you
answered.
for your patience.
That was that, boy. He said, wherefore I would yet plead with you, among Yahweh, with your band will I plead. It's hope until Yahshua come back. Like Ramakai, your end or the end, you better get with him. You better get with him. Your end or the end, you better get with him. Before you move. Or before the end come, when Yahshua come busting through the crowd. And a lot of goees they ain't no ambulance, they gonna be running around because y'all gonna have a heart attack. You bust through that crowd and believe in that white light and you come back, y'all gonna see you chocolate like us. Y'all gonna say, oh! And ain't gonna have enough ambulance for the world.
No.
Praise the mighty Yah.
Big truth. Real talk.
Let's go to Malachi chapter 2. Malachi chapter 2. Praise be to the mighty Yah. Truth be truth, y'all. Truth will save you from the lake of fire.
Yes.
Ain't no sugarcoating this. Not for we can get in trouble. He said, cry loud, spare not. Like our brother Yakanan, and he came out and cry loud, spare not. Hey, we don't care about your emotional. You hurt, maybe it provoked you to righteousness. Get over your emotion. Y'all, that's what the devil uses, your emotion. See, the world was taught wrong on that Roman Christian doctrine. To be taught like a little punk. Y'all, that old white idol y'all calling Jesus, that ain't Yahshua. Yahshua was tough. That's why we are the nail. Praise the mighty Yah. Malachi chapter 2. Malachi chapter 2, verse 10. And read.
Malachi chapter 2, verse 10. Have we not all one Father?
Huh?
Had not one Elohim created us? Why do we deal treacherously every man against his brother? By profaning the covenant of our fathers.
That's it. So he's talking about his creation and those that went bad. Have we all not Akar Abba? Have not Akar Elohim barad us? Why do we deal treacherously every Adon against his ark? By profaning the high belief of our Abbas. Because you left your first love. Because you ain't living in his spirit. All with love. It's about love and giving. That was about giving and taking.
Take
Take it back. To set you up for the okie doke.
Yes, it does.
And pull it from under you.
Yeah.
And then you lost your mind on what to do because you're following after him under that name of Jesus. And you Israel, there's a shame trying to talk about the Jesus of the Bible. Most of the world know the Jesus of the Bible. You know, that's the only Bible they know. The name. So if you don't use the name Yahweh and Yahshua, how you going to be set apart? How they can be lifted up and know the difference? Shame on you, Israel. He's talking to you. He said, listen up. Stand up. Praise the mighty Yah. Time to stand. It's time is no more. It's about saving nephews. Not about you. Worrying about who gonna lead your congregation. How can I pull you in on the name of Jesus? Tell that to Israel, like maybe what, when Ibryi month come? That ain't enough. Praise be to the mighty Yah. Matthew chapter 29, 23. Matthew 23, verse 9, and then read.
Matthew chapter 23.
This is deep.
Yeah. Matthew chapter 23, verse 9. And call no man your father upon the earth, for one is your Father which is in heaven.
Praise the mighty. And call no Adam your Abba upon the high heaven, for our God is your Abba which is in Shemayim. Only one that you call your Father is your natural dad. That's it, because he compares the physical to him. The daddy is the head. He takes care of the Iyshshah and the children. He's the head. He takes care of all of we his children. And all that, so he take care. And this is for, see, this is for this Roman Christian doctrine. Y'all call him that man father. And that's how I know y'all don't read the book.
Yeah.
Y'all call y'all New Testament believers. That's how I know y'all don't believe. Either you believe it, read it, and don't read it with understanding, or you just don't receive it. Right. You refuse. But as some of these ministers be telling y'all, the Torah, the law is done away, that's a lie. You sure the one y'all say our name in the world no man no Jesus said all his own mouth. I come not to do away the Torah of the law. I come to fulfill it. He come to show that it can be done. All that Roman Christian doctrine line. Ain't no difference in it doesn't surprise us. They lie because they in their daddy's house.
Amen.
The father lied. So he got him deceived. Yeah. They talking about the law, don't know what that I know. They read the book. They don't repent, they going to lake of fire, right on with hospitality than you. Yeah. Because it's written. You know, you take, it's a higher price for them. Yeah. They were the Yahweh, the teachers, and they teaching that lie. That the Sabbath is done away. Hey, it's written. The Roman Catholic ain't hiding nothing, the devil ain't hiding nothing. That's, y'all don't do your research. It said that when Constantine, and it's written down, where they consider to change the time and all that. They did it. And they say they ain't have dirty, but they figure Elohim's God themselves. Yeah. Let's wake up, people. Say, come up out of it. But people want to refute. Man, my mama, my grandmama went there, this, that. I'm a Baptist, all that. Ain't anywhere with the different beliefs. It's only one. Right. And that's being a believer serving our Yahweh through his son Yahshua. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Praise the mighty Yah.
Praise him.
Let's go to Psalms 124. Psalms 124. Psalms 124 and verse 2, and it reads, praise to the mighty God.
Psalms 124, verse 2. If it had not been Yahweh who was on our side when men rose up against us.
Right. That's it. This is the promise to his band. Those serve. They say, anything that's formed against you cannot prosper. It's a promise. Because we are his anointed. We are his band. And he calls us little elves too. But we know we ain't the elf. Why? We call it little elf. Yahshua says subdue and this earth until he come back. So he empowers us with his power. So the Ruach HaKodesh. Ain't no Trinity lying Christians. And all some of you Israel calling yourself Christian, that's on you. I ain't no Christian. I'm a believer.
Hallelujah.
It's on you. You want to be, like them? That's on you. But you need to come up off that.
That's right.
And tell the truth. How are people going to get drawn to me if you don't lift them up in truth? Praise the mighty God.
Hallelujah.
Let's go back to Malachi chapter 2. Malachi chapter 2. Malachi chapter 2 and verse 2, and it reads.
Malachi chapter 2. Chapter 2, verse 2. If ye will not hear, and if ye will not lay it to the heart, to give glory unto my name, says Yahweh Sabaoth, I will even send a curse upon you, and I will curse your blessings. Yea, I have cursed them already, because ye do not lay it to heart.
Praise the mighty God. You're talking to his creation and his so-called children.
Yeah.
Check it out. If ye will not shema, if ye will not lay to pay, to give kabod or to my Shem, the true Shem, like you say, hey, when this book was written, it wasn't no J, so his name can't be Jesus. Stop and consider. What was his true name?
Yes. Yeah.
Now, truth be told.
Yahshua.
And for some of you Israel, talking about we're in America, we don't speak English, we speak the English Hebrew words. Praise the mighty God. See how the devil got you deceived? Because you're not wholly walking with Yah. You're surrendering your Gibeah and your pay and ruach to him. If you would not shema, and if you would not lay to pay, to give kabod unto my Shem, Ma Yahweh of Sabaoth, I will even send a curse upon you, and I will curse your barakah. Yea, I have cursed them already because you do not lay to pay to your mind to stand up and let be known, the name be known.
Lose your blessing.
Praise be to the mighty Yah. This is what he wants us to do. His band's supposed to be doing. So honor and privilege for the fall more and more with our Yahweh each and every day. He so loved the world. He gave his only begotten.
Yeah.
That's deep love.
Yeah. Yes, it is.
Praise the mighty Yah. He like to say the physical to the spiritual. That's when Abraham did that to his son. The old is just a shadow of things to come, the new. That's all it is. The old just give you the do's and don'ts. So you come into this new and be ready to do those do's, to do the do's. That's it. That's it. So that's it's final word in the new. And for you brothers that talking about ain't no new, and for you ones talking about ain't no old, you have not the Father or Son because you're not believing. It's written. God is written in both sides. It's one book. That new wasn't out when Yeshua was here. They was walking out the old, living it. It was getting documented as they walked through it, as we do. Everything is already done. All we got to believe, receive, and walk it out.
Hallelujah.
That's it. It's already done. Make decisions. Right, you see
Teach,
it.
brother.
That's it, it's done.
Yeah.
No worries, man. It's no worries.
That's right.
You said y'all believe and cast all your cares.
Sailing, that's
But
right.
like Robert God, y'all cast them, then next day y'all sneaking in and grab them back. Leave them at the altar.
Crazy, right.
Praise the mighty Yah.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go to Songs of Solomon. Songs of Solomon, chapter 2. Songs of Solomon, chapter 2. Songs of Solomon, chapter 2. Songs of Solomon, chapter 2, verse 9. And it reads,
Song of Solomon, chapter 2, and verse 9. My beloved is like a roe or a young hart. Behold, he standeth behind our wall. He looketh forth at the windows, showing himself through the lattice.
praise to my Yah. Yahshua is standing there, y'all. He's looking. Are you going to answer and come into his body? That's what he's going to come into his fold to become a zakar of his. Praise the mighty Yah. Let's go to Jude, as they use one of them days. So chapter 1. Jude chapter 1. Jude chapter 1. Jude chapter 1. Jude chapter 1 and verse 16. And read.
Jude chapter 1 and verse 16. These are murmurers, complainers, walking after their own lust, and their mouth speaketh great swelling words, having men's persons in admiration because of advantage.
See, these are the ones that create creation. He's talking about them, because if you're murmuring, complaining, you ain't in the spirit. You're in the flesh. So you're his creation. You have became his creation because you're not believing. You murmuring. You started in the wilderness. You started murmuring and complaining, and that's what caused a lot of them not to go into the promised land. So you got to get rid of that. See, this in the new. You New Testament believers, it's in the new for you all. Praise the mighty Yah. Let's go to Proverbs. Proverbs chapter 24. Proverbs chapter 24. Proverbs chapter 24 and verse 11. And it reads.
Proverbs chapter 24 and verse 11. If thou forbear to deliver them that are drawn unto death, and those that are ready to be slain.
Praise the mighty Yah. He talking about his band. This is we are to deliver them from Marvet, that lake of fire. By standing up, and thus says Yahweh in his present time, from Genesis to Revelation. When all else fails, keep standing.
Yes.
The battle is not ours, all we got to do is stand. You read this book, and all they do was stand. He did the fighting for it. We don't do no. Vengeance is his, neither. And you don't go ahead, no ill will about no one. See, that's the flesh you learn. And then, because you read in his book, as he said, it's certain go eat. He's going to get them as a nation, because every time Israel was in trouble, they were standing that way. They hollered and pointing them out. You know what it is. He said, you don't go to have no ear will. See, he going to get them. Like criminal activities that's going around, you don't be wishing nothing on nobody. That's that world called a criminal activity. It's hot to eye. So y'all going to take care of that.
Right.
You hoping and have prayer that they come from out of that. That's what he want to see. We are our brothers keeper. That to a certain extent. They don't want to be kept no more. Dust it off, he said. Keep it moving. Stop. We got to keep it moving forward. Praise the mighty Yah.
Praise the mighty Yah.
Let's go to 1 Peter. 1 Peter. 1 Peter. 1 Peter chapter 5. 1 Peter chapter 5 and verse 6.
1 Peter chapter 5, verse 6. Humble yourselves therefore under the mighty hand of Elohim, that he may exalt you in due time.
Yes, that's what it is. It's the patience, it's the virtue. You must anoint yourself therefore under the mighty hand of Elohim, that Yahweh may exalt you in due time. And that's what he did. He wanted to take you higher and higher. As you listen to him and be more obedient, it takes you to a higher level.
Yes.
And the devil and no other have nothing on you. Because we have power over the devil. If we got power over the devil, what is mere Adam to just Bashir, the Ruach HaKodesh that's within you? Yeah, some of you Israel, Michael ain't in me. Ain't no angel in me. He didn't say, I'm going to send Michael to come live in you. So you believe in that foolishness? That's on you. And some of you Israel read this book. He said, call nobody a Rabbon or Rabbi.
Right.
He tell you, that's him to be referenced. So, hey, respect to the brother. If they call you a rabbi, we just call you brother or pastor.
Right.
Hey, we don't want to be in no trouble with our Yahweh. You know? Yeah. So we doing and obeying our Yahweh. If it helps provoke you to anger, to righteousness, good. We done our job. Let's go to Jonah chapter 1. Jonah chapter 1 and verse 2.
Jonah chapter 1 and verse 2. Arise, go to Nineveh, that great city, and cry against it, for their wickedness has come up before me.
Praise to my God. That's what he's telling Israel, to just stand up and be crazy.
Yeah.
Arise.
Yeah.
Go up there and say what thus says Yahweh from Genesis to Revelation. Yes, a woman can Yahweh. That's on you, man. If that's what you want to believe, why he set him up in here? If he didn't want a woman to teach, he would have put a commandment up in here. Show me it. Y'all want to go, y'all like to hold Saul Paul's jock real hard, like he is super athlete. You know? Y'all want to hold on this thing. He said, I. He would say that he wished that a woman tonight. Nowhere in there he said, Yahweh said. That's on you. We need all the help we can in this raw age. About saying so it ain't about a male pride. It all happened because when Israel failed and we fell under the Romans and the Greeks, they really disrespect the women. The devil knew, hey, it's my last stand. Let me cuss the last stand. Devil knew his head. He came hard in the goee because he got their mind really deceived, going and thinking they could do anything they want and be with Yahweh. So he had to put the women down. Because the women are the soldiers, warriors. You sad brothers won't stand up for truth. That's why every woman, he says, should do this area. No, they not exhorting their authority. Yah already gave it to them when he created them. He said, let them make in our image. He said, let them have authority. Okay? So if you want to be a little be pumped, worrying about another brother, that's on you. That brother that having you go to is walking you to the lake of fire. Praise the mighty Yah. It's on you. You bring them in and try to bring that foolishness to me, it's written. You don't go to Babylon back and forth with them foolish debating stuff. Why'd you edify yourself, your daddy the devil? That's what. Holler Yahweh. And cry loud, spare not. Who cares? It ain't about us. I ain't got no punk. I ain't one. You can be one all you want. I'm like that line of Yahuwah. I roar Yahshua. That's it. That's what it's about. Saving souls from the lake of fire. That's it.
You go, brother. That's right.
Holler Yahweh. Let's go to Esther. Esther chapter 7. Esther chapter 7. Stay wimpy all you want. I'm going to do what Marva say. Do and say. I'm crying out. Like He's pleading with us, pleading with the whole area. And what they believe, once you come to the truth, and if they erring you around and they aren't unbelief, it's just too whacked up. You got to tell them, because it's a hard for you to know this truth and not tell them.
Yeah, it is.
It's upon your head. What he said, you warn them, then their blood won't be on you.
Yeah.
Praise the mighty Esther, chapter 7, verse 2, and it reads.
Esther chapter 7 and verse 2. And the king said again unto Esther on the second day at the banquet of wine, What is thy petition, Queen Esther? And it shall be granted thee. And what is thy request? And it shall be performed, even to the half of the kingdom.
Ooh, that ruach is bad, y'all. You just talking about women rule. Check this out. And I married Gemara again to Esther on the second Yowm at the banquet of Yahweh. What is thy petition? Queen. Queen. See that? Queen. So, you know, she had brewed and did some queen, Esther. And it shall be granted thee. And what is thy request? And it shall be performed. Have up the Hamelkut. Y'all had us there for a time like that. They was going to kill us. But y'all see what he did? He used one of his baths. So you chumps, y'all go ahead with that. It's written. What, you don't believe? You refuse? Or you deceive? Or you just reading with no being, no understanding? You tell us. Praise the mighty Yah. Yah has spoken. Proverbs chapter 27. Proverbs chapter 10. Who report you believe? Abba Yahweh or your daddy Hasatan? Praise the mighty Yah. It's written. You done read it. That's on you. You gotta repent, come back to Abba Yahweh. Proverbs chapter 27. That's all he had. So say, forgive me, Abba Yahweh. I couldn't see it then. Don't have that shameful pride of a man because you saying something different than that brother that's still stuck on stupid. Afraid of what the man gonna say. And reverential respect of your Abba, of Abba Yahweh. He ain't your daddy because you ain't doing what he said. So your creator. Yeah, you might be physical Israel and came into the knowledge of who you are, but if you ain't walking out this walk, talking this talk, and his journey, his experience with him, you his creation. You serve your dad, the devil. Proverbs chapter 27, verses 1 to 2, and it reads.
Proverbs chapter 27, verses 1 and 2. Verse 1. Boast not thyself of tomorrow, for thou knowest not what a day may bring forth. Verse 2. Let another man praise thee, and not thy own mouth. A stranger, and not thy own lips.
See that?
Hallelujah.
We're just talking there. Don't think higher than you ought to. Only way you're going to get some praise from another Adam that's walking with Yahweh if you saying and doing what Yahweh said. We supposed to recognize each other's compliments where we came from and on this journey. And embracing each other that know, hey, we can do this. We just stay within the bounds of our Yahweh. Praise the mighty Yahweh. Skip down to verses 5 and 6 and everything.
Proverbs chapter 27, verse 5. Open rebuke is better than secret love. Verse 6. Faithful are the wounds of a friend, but the kisses of an enemy are deceitful.
Yes.
That's right. You kicking it with some of you brothers and sisters kicking with the other brother, they some snakes. You know, like I say, we rebuking you openly. You know, it's better than secret love, where they pretending to love.
That's right, that's right.
But like y'all heard that, backstabbers, they smile in your face.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they pretended. They perpetrated, but they ain't walking holy with y'all, neither are you. It is written. So skip down to verses 8 to 12 and it reads,
Proverbs chapter 27, verse 8. As a bird that wandereth from her nest, so is a man that wandereth from his place. Verse 9. Ointment and perfume rejoice the heart, so doth the sweetness of a man's friend by hearty counsel. Verse 10. Thy own friend and thy father's friend forsake not, neither go into thy brother's house in the day of thy calamity. For better is a neighbor that is near than a brother far off. Verse 11. My son, be wise and make my heart glad, that I may answer him that reproacheth me.
12.
Verse 12. A prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself, but the simple pass on and are punished.
Praise to mighty Yah. As a bird that wandered from her nest, so is all them that wandered from his place. That place Yahweh under his wing of protection. That under that wing of protection, he said, yeah, I would have gathered to the bands as a hen or have gathered there, but they refused. Ointment and perfume smack the high pay. So does the sweetening of a man's way by hearty Iyshshah. Sound doctrine from our Yahweh. We rejoice when we come together and be glad to see each other on the Sabbath and fellowship with true yoke fellowship. And that love they have, that first love of Yahweh. Thy own way and thy Abba's way forsake not. Neither go into the ark's biome and high Yowm of thy calamity. For better is a neighbor that is near than an ark far cut up. Hey, like you say, they say thy own friend, Yahshua, or your brotherly friend, thy Abba's friend, Abba Yahweh, and his son, Yahshua, he calls us a friend, forsake not neither, forsake none of them. These earthly brothers and fathers that's walking with Yahweh. He compares the physical to the spiritual. These are the one he said, check out. And he said, go, forsake not, neither go into thy ark's biome and high Yowm of thy calamity. Don't be going around no fool. They get tipped off for something. You put me on blast because they heard a word from Yah. You know, Yah putting you on blast. Because if your ruach was right, it wouldn't offend you.
That's right.
We take no offense, so we are not offended. You know, if God's speaking to us, he speaks. Because he come to our Shalom, and she had a word for every member in here. Except for that, because she was alright. See, but everybody else need a little fine tuning. And that's what your brotherly love is. Y'all got a standard. He wants us to reach. Then reach that and keep lifting us higher and higher. Praise to mighty Yah. And I say, it's better of thy calamity. For better is a neighbor that is near than an ark far. A neighbor that you know that's loving on our Yahweh than your own ark, physical or so-called supposed to be spiritual brother. They ain't that mess, you let them go. My bond, be kakam, and make my pay shamak, that I may amar him that reproaches thee. This is all Yahweh talking, you know. It's the physical father and son too, but he's talking spiritual to these brothers. Make him shamak, glad, and he will answer you when those rotten old brothers and sisters try to come and reproach you. He's saying that he put that ruach turn up that nice fire. And then it cuts them down. He said the barn cut to the marrow bone and all that. It'd be the ruach cutting them down, putting them back. He said, be shameful that you do it not. And that's what it is. I'm going to put you to shame so you want that old flesh going to rise up again. That enemy of our Yahweh. The flesh and the devil, the puppet man, they buddies. That's why you got to check that flesh for Yah can give you his best.
Hallelujah.
What he wants for you.
Hallelujah.
And prudent on proceeded the hard rod and hiding himself. But the simple pass on and are punished. The prudent man, that boiling fire, that ruach, You diligent about your daddy's name. You shunning that old hatar. You don't say no more. But like I said, it's simple, gonna pass on. He said, how long would you like simplicity? You want to stay dumb and go to the lake of fire? He said, right there. That they pass on not punished. Lake of fire. Because you stand simple mind. And then you got some that's so smart, think they so smart, need to be, like it is written, need to be retaught again. And in 50 years, ain't graduated from kindergarten yet. They ain't in Hebrew. I'm thinking they have something. One Hebrew sister or brother say something, they got to come and thinking they something smart. Ain't that dumb like your daddy the devil. It ain't edifying none of us. So your daddy the devil. Praise the mighty Yah. It's about lifting each other up, not tearing each other down. That's the daddy. The daddy the devil. Well, our big brother Yahshua, our salvation, said, that old punk only comes to kill, steal, and destroy. That's it. He tried to kill your what? Destroy the barn from you and take it from you. That's it. That's it. You in the flesh. You ain't even walking in, living in the spirit. You read these words. As Robert God said, you got to put to practice. And you got to live it. You got to live it out. Yahweh is living Elohim. He ain't dead. No. So this is it. He said, I'm for the Kaya. The dead, they sleep for the resurrection. They know no more. They done they mission. Those who were following Abba Yahweh, they waiting on the resurrection. Now it's our time to come bold and strong. My Raw Makai, Messenger Daniel Davis, and many others before, they were my bumpers. They were my mentor. They stood way back about women teaching and all that. Took big blows from brother. They absorbed them from me. Now I can be as bold as I can be today. Who cares what what any religion? That's on Yah. But I'm here for Yah's truth. Holla Yahweh.
Hallelujah.
He said, I have an answer for every y'all now. You can hit me up all you want. I'm just going to bring Yah's truth. Because it's the Ruach have. I don't have to have no think. He said, have no thought of what you, and they say or think or where or do it. The Ruach got it all covered for me, brothers and sisters. Bring it on, devil.
Say, ain't got no lake of fire.
Bring it on.
Holla Yahweh. All right, yes. Let's go to Psalms chapter 91. Psalms chapter 91. Psalms 91. Can't beat no. If House of Time can't beat Abba, what they mere man got? Huh? Nothing. That's the you ain't walking with. He just told you. He stand for the reproach of Adam. You ain't got nothing. Because we don't care what you say anyway. If it ain't going from Genesis to Revelation, you can keep it to yourself. Or go to some of them other fools and go have your little debate with them. You can't agree on these 66 books, but now you want 20 other books. Ain't even got this down pat. Come on now. Foolish thinking. Can't even agree on this in unity. Supposed to be brothers and sisters. Can't even agree when brothers come in and know name. YHWH, this and that, this and that. That's fine. He know you trying. Right. You not gonna make him record about I know y'all say he's a liar. His name is not Yahweh. Come on now. That's the devil.
Yes, it is.
Deceiving you, got you going. He know who we are. And whatever he's the daddy of confusion. Yah is not. So if you call him confusion, go on against your own brother, because maybe he keeping a feast a week ahead, 2 weeks ahead later. He's trying. Y'all know it. His heart is sincerely trying.
Amen.
Help him out then if you think you got it. Sit down, let's reason together. We can't. Hey, I got to tell some brothers, they be talking about, I want to be in unity with the man. I write them back, get in unity with those who want to be in unity.
Right.
The other ones don't want me in unity, scatterboo.
Right.
And I'm gonna do what they do.
There you go. Kick rocks.
It's about saving souls, how to better ourselves stay in this walk, and how to lift other people up.
Right.
Out of all nations. Some of you pro-Israel, no, the kingdom is not just for us, okay? I'm sorry. What is it that you have not read?
Oh.
From the beginning, you always say strange, this, that, all throughout the book. From the first book to the last. What you have not read? Wake up. Listen up, as all of y'all would say. Psalms 91. Psalms 91, verses 1 to 4, and it reads.
Psalms 91, verse 1. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. Verse 2. I will say of Yahweh, He is my refuge and my fortress,
Yes.
my Elohim.
Yes.
In Him will I trust. Verse 3. Surely He shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler, and from the noisome pestilence. Verse 4. He shall cover thee with His feathers, and under His wings shalt thou trust. His truth shall be thy shield and buckler.
Praise the man. This is what he already, we were just saying how he said he was together. This is how he always wanted to be.
Yeah.
And then the wing, Texas, baby.
Right.
That's what he had there, touch his power and healing. And that's what the lady touched. The sure Texas.
Sure did.
That virtual, screw out with flowing. That's it. And you don't want to win. Some of you brothers, y'all, got your bald Egyptian head, where he say don't take no razor to it. Now some of y'all come up with, like the Roman Christian talking about, he did away with the tits. You don't gotta wear it no more. Show me. I get rid of it. Show me. He's the same yesterday, today, and forever. What you gonna believe? He ain't changed. Man has changed.
Teach them, brother.
From the beginning, man
The truth.
disobedient. Man
The truth.
want to follow his man.
Yes.
He has a standard. That's how you know his particular people. And y'all want to have it make a rainbow tribe. It's physical, Israel, and then there's spiritual. Y'all just want to be lusting at the strain Iyshshah. That's the bottom line. And he told you, don't give your sons, your daughters this and that. Don't get whipped and all that. But you want to listen, you listen to your daddy, that's all to it. Bottom line. You're not obeying Yahweh, you listening to the devil. And who happened you go with the devil? That flesh.
Very nice. Yeah. Very nice.
So
They're growing good now.
Yes, everyone's has grown into their role. That assignment Yah has got it. You are giving up great expectations, songs, blowing the shofar as the champion of Yahweh Yeshua's temple.
And I like to keep on going. I like to keep going forward, not backward.
That's right. And then I also like, I like how you stand on raw. You stand on, hey, they might have got me some years ago, but nah.
They can't get rid of all.
I know from Genesis to Revelation, you're about standing on the word and moving forward.
And don't let the word keep going, twist the word around.
That's right.